juicy, tender picanha steak, the queen of steak. Stick around, we're gonna jump right into it. The picanha steak has different names like the rump cap, the sirloin cap, or the Colette steak. And we're gonna be cooking this over a live fire on the Kamado Joe using the rotisserie. They call it the joetisserie, but I'm gonna show you different ways to cook it as well if you don't have that. So stick around, we're gonna jump right in. This is beautiful picanha, and we want to cut with the grain so that we can cut it into like 3 steaks here. And you can see how that is, because we'll cut against the grain whenever it's all done. And so we are gonna end up kind of doing this, and then there's gonna be like a baby small guy. So use my Shun knife here. And so we are going to go ahead and cut into this guy. I wanna get a pretty good thin or thick steak on this first one. What we're gonna do, try to get that cut really good. All right, team, now it's time to season. Traditionally, and a lot of folks do, is just do salt only, especially if it's kind of Wagyu and it's high in fat, because fat is flavor. But I want to build on flavor. We want to do things differently. I'm curious to know how it is with I got a new seasoning come out. It's going to be salt, pepper, garlic, and celery seed. And we're just going to season the meat side with this, and then we're also going to season the fatty side as well. And I'm gonna probably just do that with my sweet red dirt, just because I want to build some flavor. There we go. And what we're trying to do is just put these things together like that, and they're going to be squished, and they're going to rotate like that. So I'm gonna get the other 2 and we'll be ready to go. All right, friends, we have the Kamado Joe, Big Joe, set up to 350 to 400 degrees. We have banked everything. And I'm gonna just put this on here. And then if you see that you're needing to just tuck everything away and get it more centered, just push it over. And right now it's not too hot at 350, but we're tightening it up. We've got our meter in here, the new one, the XL Pro. This is gonna allow it to get up to 1,000 degrees when we get to that searing temperature. Push the button, and it is go time. All right, friends, so we're at that 101, 102 degrees, and I want you to see just how the caramelization is happening. That fat is starting to render, beautiful mahogany color. I took this off for like 2 minutes, and I repositioned and tightened the bolts as I ramped up, or the skewers and the ends, so I could ramp up the temperature of the Kamado Joe so that we can get more to like that 450, 500, 550, and those direct flames. And at this point, what you can do is use your ash tool and move that charcoal directly over the flame so that we can start building a nice crust and get some great, and all that fat rendering is just going directly over the flame. So hopefully you can see that. I'll get you a closer close-up. And I just kind of reposition those so those would be even more secure from my first part of the cook. And I think that really helped as I was ramping up the temperature of your Kamado here. So you can also cook your picanha steaks just directly over the flame like this on grill grates and do the same slicing method. Instead of balling them up like this on the joetisserie, you just flip them until you get to your internal temperature you're looking for. Or you could do reverse searing, where you cook them on indirect on one side and then directly on the other. So that's a few other tips. As I mentioned earlier, I would tell you how else you could cook it. So this is looking really good. Once I see that we're around that 125, 128, I'm going to pull it off, let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes. But man, I am like eager to taste this, because look at all the juices from the from that fat just dripping onto the charcoal. It's just looking stunning right now. All right, friends, we are done with this cook. And I just want you to get a look at this, all the juices. We're gonna bring this inside and just let this rest. Well, go enjoy this slicing show and just see how tender and juicy it is. All right, team, now it's time to slice into this and kind of do this Brazilian style. All right, friends, we have finished up this cook. So we did amazing, I think, minus needing to adjust my joetisserie halfway through the cook, which is totally fine. And great thing is you're in control and you're always learning as you're going. So I'm taking a thin slice of this and dazzled it with some salt. Freaking love steak. All right, that was a 45-minute cook, straightforward, super simple. You just need to season it, load it up on the joetisserie or rotisserie, put it directly over the flame, and make small adjustments if you need to, or just do indirect cooking or direct cooking depending on your situation. If you want to learn more about the joetisserie, I'll have a video here, but let me know in the comments, what part of this cook did you enjoy? How much do you love picanha? Do you think it's the queen of steak? Put that in the comments. And again, from my backyard to yours, less hate, more love. Good barbecue. Till next time.